And we're live. I am here with your new Cage Warriors bantamweight champ, Dominique Wooding. Dom, how does that feel?
Feels good. Yeah, feels good. Feels good. I expected it. I expected to be world champ.
A couple of days on, has everything felt exactly how you thought it would be, becoming the champ on Thursday?
Yeah, like I said, I expected. I obviously expected to become champ. Literally after that fight, I didn't sleep for about almost 48 hours. Do you know what I mean? So it's just been a crazy. It's been a crazy couple of days of just getting a lot of messages, phone calls, texts, everything, man. Just everything.
Are we allowed to know what you're doing during
Tired. I'm
them
tired.
48
I'm tired.
hours?
Do you know what? You know what? I was with because obviously the show's finished late. A good friend of mine, he's a fighter as well. He fights for ONE FC. And what Miles Simpson, he came down to watch me fight. So obviously, um, I was with him. I was with him. So obviously he was going back home the next day. So I just wanted to spend as much time as possible with him. So literally, we didn't even sleep. So we were just up all night. Obviously with my missus as well and whatnot. And then I had to drop him back to Stansted Airport so he can catch his flight, come back home, still busy on the socials, you know what I mean? So I ended up getting some rest yesterday evening.
Yeah. So I know you expected it, but has it all felt a bit surreal, especially with the lack of sleep as well?
Surreal, what, Surreal becoming champ, do you mean?
I don't know, just like all the feelings, all the messages, everything, the whole
Nah,
situation.
you know what? It's a good feeling, but you know what? It don't feel like I fought for a world title. Do you know what I mean? It just felt like I had
Mm.
another fight. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's not fully sunk in yet. Do you know what I mean? So it's like surreal. I don't know if I can say it feels surreal, but it
Did
just
fight
like
week
it
feel
just
like you were fighting for a belt, or did fight week feel
yeah,
like
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
any other
Fight week,
fight?
yeah. Fight week felt like I was fighting for a belt. It's like I don't know what it is. It's like when you set a goal, and after you get to that goal, and then after you get there, and then after you're just like, oh, is that it? Kind of thing. That's how I
Yeah.
kind of feel. Do you know what I mean? So obviously, there's still a lot more work to be done. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm looking to get back out there as soon as I can. Do you know what I mean? I just want to be active. Do you know what I mean? So obviously, just celebrate for a bit, and then obviously take my week off, and then head straight back to the gym and just keep grafting and keep my head down and see who I'm going to be fighting next for my title defense.
Well, that's one of the many questions I've got for you in a minute. But firstly, I just wanted to talk about the fight itself. I saw you said on Twitter earlier that the commentary team did a really good job. I thought they did a really good job as well of kind of breaking down what they thought your game plan was, and the fact that you were being patient and kind of giving him the time to wear himself out. And I spoke to Brad Pickett actually after the fight, and he said he knew you only needed 1 minute in the whole, or one kind of second in the whole fight to be dangerous. Like he had to to be on his game for the whole thing. Talk to me about the game plan.
Yeah, like what you're saying, is absolutely correct. Do you know what I mean? Like, let me just track back a couple weeks before that fight. We did we did a virtual face-off interview with the Energize show in Ireland, and the guys they asked what was the predictions for the fight, and he said he was going to finish me in round 1 or 2. Do you know what I mean? So when he said that, that just gave me a sign like he wants to get me out there as quick as he can. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
in my head, I was just like, you can think you're going to take me out in the first round or second round. Do you know what I mean? Because once I survive those rounds, or if once I get through those rounds, that's going to mentally break you. Do you get what I'm saying? So even like
Mm.
when I said my prediction, I just said it's going to be straight devastation. I didn't want to give a round or when it was going to happen or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I already knew to myself. I already knew to myself what was going to happen, and obviously everyone saw. And you know what, a lot to be honest, because obviously the way how the fight went, a lot of like onlookers would like say like, oh, like for example, like would say, oh, Dom was losing the whole fight up until the point where he hurt him and finished him. But the thing is, it was a very methodical, strategic way of fighting. The way I was fighting, I was fighting very calm, composed, precise, and very methodical and strategic. I want like when it like for example like the first round, he obviously took me down. Obviously, I expected to be taken down within the fight and obviously defend his takedowns and whatnot. But I can't lie to you though. But I can't lie to you. Like when he took me down the first minute of the first round, I was pissed with myself because I didn't expect to get taken down that quick. Do you get what I'm saying? It was just little error because he shot in for a very fast, like low single leg. And then I was trying to get out and he made me turn my back. And then after I turned my back quickly up against the cage, and after he just shot in straight. Like, I'll give him that. He has a very fast shot with his double legs and single legs. But yeah, like I said, I expected to get taken down in that fight. And when I did get taken down, I just wanted him to work a little bit. Like, obviously, once I was taken down, I could see my corner. I was looking at my corner. I could hear them. But in my head, I was just like, remain calm. You've been here before. You've been in fights where your back's been taken numerous times. You've been in fights where you've been taken down. You've been here before. He's not been in this situation where it's like main event and whatnot. Do you get what I'm saying? So even like when I got into the cage, for example, like within my injuries, when I got into the cage, when I was looking at him like walking up and down the cage, I could see like it was all new to him. Do you get what I'm saying? I could see like he didn't look very. If you watch tape back, when the camera goes to him, when I get in the cage, you can see you can see he's very nervous. You can see like the moment kind of got to him. Do you get what I'm saying? Whereas for me, I've fought for a world title before. I've been in main event, co-main slots before. Do you know what I mean? So fought in big arenas. So it meant nothing to me. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, going back to the game plan. When he took me down, I just had to remain calm and composed. And also, he even took my back in the first round. Even there, when he took my back, I wasn't too worried. I wasn't worried at all because been in that position. I've been in that position, had my back taken, and been in deep rear naked chokes that I've defended. Do you get what I'm saying? So I've only been stopped once. And that was by Andy Young when I fought for the bantamweight world title. And after that fight, I learned a lot. Even though in other fights, after that fight, getting my back taken, you could see the improvements I've made in defending my neck and whilst getting my back taken. But with Nathan, I just let him wear himself out a bit because he was doing a lot. He was doing too much, and like even like in between rounds, I could see him like holding the cage like with his arms, and his coach is rubbing his muscles, his tricep and bicep. And the thing is, I remember his fight against the Italian guy, Martignoni, is that his name? Martignoni? Yeah. And the fight where he said he had food poisoning. That fight, he was gassed. He was gassed in that fight. But obviously he managed to pull through, and I could just see like in between rounds within that fight, when he puts his hands on the cage, that means he's got a lot of lactic acid buildup within those arms, and he did that. So when I was sitting on my stool, I could see him doing that across the cage, and to myself, I knew, he's tired. It just I just needed just that one split moment just to get him. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like guys like that, fighters like that, it's quiet. Fighters like grapplers fighting like heavy grapplers fighting heavy strikers. The strikers have to just weather the storm of the grapplers pressing heavy, going for takedowns, and once you defend one takedown, it zaps their energy. It zaps their energy a lot. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's what happened. He started shooting from far out. He was shooting in no man's land at times. Do you get what I'm saying? So I already knew. It was just only just one moment. I just needed one moment. It could have been even the fifth round. The last minute of the fifth round. Same thing would have happened, I'm telling you.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you about, because in your post-fight interview with my colleague Lewis, you said you yeah, you're down on the scorecards. You gave him round 1, you gave him round 2. You heard his corner say there was a minute left of round 3. You were prepared to give him round 3 if, like, your moment didn't come in that round. Would there have been any point in the fight where you would have started to panic if you hadn't had your moment yet?
Honestly speaking, after that first round, I was not panicking. So after that first round,
You
I
looked
just
so calm. You looked
you
so calm,
could see it in the
even when
corner. I
he
look,
had your
yeah.
back. Like,
Listen.
you just
I was
looked.
very calm. I was because I've been there. I've done that. I've been in those positions. So it was nothing new to me whatsoever. So it was just nothing to me. Do you get what I'm saying? So like obviously, with that being said, like just had to remain calm, composed, and just keep sharp. Do you get what I'm saying? Just keep
Yeah.
sharp. And obviously you saw what happened there.
And another thing you said to my colleague was exactly that. Like, Nathan is so fast when he shoots for takedowns, but over time you knew that he would tire, and also the fact that he shoots from distance. So as soon as he loses that tiny speed advantage when he's tired, like, you knew you were going to see him better, and you were sprawling and like suddenly he was just having no success, and that must have been so demoralizing to him.
Yeah, 100%. I felt it. I just felt him deflating, especially the third round when I kept sprawling on him. I just
Yeah.
felt him deflating. He started feeling weaker. You get what I'm saying? Getting a lot more tired. He looked more what I could see in his eyes. He looked more worried when we were standing. You get what I'm saying? It's like the way he grapples. Like he's a good grappler, but it's very very hard to grapple like that for 5 rounds.
Yeah.
Especially when you're trying to take someone that's very explosive and very fast twitch. You have to work a lot more harder to try and get them down. Do you get what I'm saying? If a grappler's fighting someone that's very fast twitch and very explosive like myself, do you get what I'm saying? So it's like three round fights and 5 round fights, different energy systems. You get what I'm saying? Like with 5 round fights, you have
a different game plan if it was a 3-round fight with him. I know you finished him in the third anyway, so you had enough time.
Do you know what?
To be honest, there would have been some differences. Do you get what I'm saying? There would have been some difference because obviously a 3-round fight is obviously more quicker, and the energy systems are a little bit different. Whereas like with 5-round fights, you can afford to give 1 or 2 rounds, 1 or 2, even maybe 3, depending. Whereas with 3-round fights, you can only afford to give like 1 round. Do you get what I'm saying? So I was just biding my time because it's like after the first and second round, I was just like, "There's 4 more rounds. There's 3 more rounds. Don't worry, you'll get him." I knew I was gonna get him. Even like in the change rooms, I was drilling with Ash, obviously doing pads with Ash, obviously with Brad, and Mike Ekendeo was there as well. I was doing move arounds with Mike Ekendeo. He was moving around like Nathan, and I was drilling that knee. That I caught him with in the change rooms. What I'm saying, so I already knew. I just needed one move just to catch him, either uppercut or a flying knee. Knowing let's talk about the finish now, because you did predict to your coaches that it was either going to be a flying knee or that uppercut. And it was so beautiful. Talk everyone through it, because it's just sublime. I've watched it about 50 times now, I reckon.
Yeah, do you know what? I've watched it about the same amount of times, to be honest, so obviously getting up against the cage, like I said to you earlier, I felt him deflating and getting weaker. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, if you watch the tape back, when he had me in the clinch, when I was breaking off, I caught him with an elbow to his jaw, and then he shot in for the double, and then obviously I was defending, and after I broke off, and then I just felt him just go like his energy just went, like in his head he was thinking, oh shit, I've got to stand with him again. Do you get what I'm saying? So then I was just like, in my head, I was just like, you're in my world now. Now let's see what happens here now, since I've been defending a lot of your takedowns this round now. And then I hit him with a 1-2, and then hit him with a midsection kick, and then I hit him with another punch. A body shot, a nice body shot. I hit him with Dan Hardy called that. And then I purposefully started tracking back to the cage, to give him a false sense of confidence that he could get me, down against the cage. So I purposefully started tracking back to the cage so I can time that flying knee. And then everyone saw what happened there once I caught him. Once I caught him, he started, like, if you watch it back properly, when I caught him with a flying knee and he was still trying to go for the takedowns, his toes were curling a little bit. They were curling a little bit. And as I was like giving him the hammer fist, he was getting weaker and weaker and weaker. So then he started building up. So I let him build back up. And after caught him with a knee, and then a head kick, and then the flying knee, and then I hit him with like a right hook, and I hit him with a devastating left uppercut / hook that dropped him, that just ended him. And that was all she wrote.
That was all she wrote, and it was absolutely beautiful. Great stoppage by the ref as well, and he will be back. He is. I mean, we're talking
100%.
about it now,
like
that, it was, like he's undefeated and was undefeated up until then, and I just think your experience as well paid off, and your game planning, and it was your night, it was your time, it was your destiny.
100%, and also the venue as well. I call that venue. I call my slaughterhouse, because that's my 5th KO in there within my pro career, and every time someone got sent there to face me, they always got finished. And if I have my defense there again, the next guy's getting finished again. The next guy's getting finished.
So how did it feel that is your home and that is your stomping ground? How did it feel that his fans were so loud in there, and it almost on the TV sounded like you were in enemy territory?
You know what I said to you? I felt like I was fighting Liverpool, but you know what? I already knew he was going to have a bigger crowd than me, to be honest. Like, them Scousers, they're freaking units, man. When it comes to support, man, they freaking roll up, man. They roll up.
Yeah.
But that did not faze me. You got to realize, I fought guys in their hometown in bigger arenas. I fought in Ireland in the Free Arena.
Yeah.
I knocked out a guy in his hometown in front of like 10,000 people. Do you get what I'm saying? In the Free Arena.
Yeah.
I fought Franz Malambo, Blaine O'Driscoll, Andy Young in their hometowns. I'm saying, like, fighting in a hostile.
You're kind of used to it though, in their backyard.
Yeah, I'm used to it. Yeah, I'm used to it.
Like, that's rude, isn't it?
Do you know what? It didn't. You know what? It didn't really bother me. You know, I loved it. When before I came out, when I heard the boos, I was just like, yeah, love it, because your boy's getting knocked out anyway. So I can't wait to silence you down.
That next gen rivalry with GB Top Team? Obviously, both you and Kingsley came away with the wins, and Wesley got the win over Adam previously.
Listen, we beat them all day long, and you can see that even on that night, we smoked them, we broke them. Do you get what I'm saying? We broke them. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, there's a lot of hype with next gen, Paddy Pimblett, blah blah.
I've lost you. I'm hoping we get the Wi-Fi back here. It's just about to go in on Paddy, I think, as well. Dom, can you hear me? Oh, we've got so much more we need to discuss. Hopefully it'll come back to me here. I think it's a Wi-Fi issue. Danny's just said Paddy cut his internet off. I think that might be what's happened. Okay, I've lost him completely at the moment. I'm hoping that's him rejoining now. I've got you back.
Sorry about that. Was that me? Was that me or you?
I think your Wi-Fi went.
I think it was me.
People are saying that Next Gen are hacking the interview.
Yeah, they probably are. That's probably Paddy. That's probably Paddy. Do you know what I mean? Like I was saying with Next Gen, just because one person's doing well doesn't mean the rest are going to do the same thing. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
because Paddy's like the head of the gym now, he's the head guy in the gym now, so he's obviously freaking blowing smoke up all of his teammates' arse just to like G him up. Do you know what I mean? It's not the same. Do you know what I mean? Like coming up against me, like it's a different story. Do you get what I'm saying? Like fair play to Nathan. Like he like throughout all of his fights, he smokes these guys. But
Yeah.
I'm different. Do you get what I'm saying? And the thing is, you got to realize a lot of guys that he's faced previously on cage rollers, they're flyweights now. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
the only real
Oh no. I can't believe it. Everything was going so well. Let's hope he comes back to us, because I've got a load of things that I want to ask him about. Right. Right, we'll be nice about everyone if they stop hacking Dom's internet. I better get to the questions as well when he's back, just in case we do get cut off again. I want to make sure everyone's comments are seen by Dom. Yeah, we've got a lot to ask him about. Let's see if we can get him back in. Apologies, everyone, for the slight delay to your broadcast, or the interruption to your broadcast. I want to ask him so much about the rest of his team. He was just saying there that you know, the results of one person don't define a gym, but I also think that it can breed kind of a good feeling and a good vibe. Whilst you're waiting for Paddy to put his internet back on, did you enjoy being back to a live event? So I went to CW127 last night, and it was absolutely superb. If you haven't watched it yet, go and check out Steve Amable's fight from last night. Absolutely superb performance. If you like blood, there was loads of it, but it ended in a really nice submission victory. His first submission win in 25 professional fights. Really good one. Also, go and check out Reece McKee's fight. That was another epic battle. His opponent, Montekivi, he was just like a zombie. He just kept coming, whatever Reece threw at him, until he was finally just out on his feet. But there were so many times I thought the fight was going to be over before it was actually over. Reece had so many elbows to the head, and when he had him in like a triangle position, just elbowing him to the head, and then he had his back and had him in what looked, from where I was sitting, like a really deep rear naked choke that I don't know how he got out of. But eventually the Mantekivi was out on his feet, and great reffing by Rich Mitchell stepping in to stop that. But Reece 100% back, and he's got to fight for the belt next. Right. It looks like Dom's trying to connect, but it's not working at the moment. Oh, here we go. Oh no, so much more to ask him about here. Right, he's messaging too. Sorry about this, ladies and gents. He does think that Next Gen have hacked him. There's some really good comments here, so I hope that we can get him to re-enter. I wanted to speak to him about Kingsley's big win on the same card against the teammate of his opponent. I wanted to talk to him about Wes Meyer. He had a close decision loss. I wanted to speak to him about a lot of the team, actually. Nathaniel being power play by Paddy. Oh God, they've literally silenced Dom. They're not having any of it. Guys, I'm a bit stumped. I'm a bit stumped as to how long you can listen to me just chatting rubbish by myself. I mean, clearly we wanted to speak about the fact that a UFC call-up can't be far away. Oh, I can hear you, Dom.
Oh, is she still in?
Yeah, here.
Oh, what is wrong with this internet, man?
We got you. Oh no. You've hung again. Dom? Dom? Oh gosh. Guys, I'm trying my best here. I thought we had him back then. Dommy's being cancelled. How is this happening? Well, let's not give up yet. Oh gosh, and he's gone again. So yeah, another great fight from last night was Jamie Richardson's fight. Go check that out. He's looking great at welterweight. I don't think a title shot would be too far off for him. He's trying to get back in, everyone. Excellent news. Hey! Oh no. Dom? How about...
Oh my days. I'm back in now. I'm back in. That's next gen doing that, man.
Is Misha your girlfriend?
Yeah, she is, yeah.
Thank you, Misha, for keeping us posted. She was telling all the viewers that he's coming back. He's coming back.
Next gen ruining my Wi-Fi.
So, I mean, I'm not sure how much we should talk about them, but you were just saying the success of one person at the gym doesn't necessarily equal the success of everybody else that trains there.
100%. Like everyone's on their own journey. Do you know what I mean? You can't live in someone else's footsteps. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah,
Nathan's on his own journey, and all the other guys in that gym are on their own journey. Do you get what I'm saying? They can't share each other's journey. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, they can share each other's journey by obviously being there for each other, but stuff happening within their journey, not the same. Do you get what I'm saying? So
yeah, I feel like there's good vibes within a gym, and like when people are winning, like there's a
100%
feeling. But like you say,
100%.
It's not going to make you a different fighter once you get in there.
That's what I'm saying. Because at the end of the day, when you're in the cage, it's just you and the next guy, and obviously your teammates, your supporters, they can't help you in there. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's a neutral ground when you're in that cage.
Yeah, I think a lot of the hype and the talk and stuff didn't come from Fletcher himself anyway. Like he seems like
it came from Paddy. Like look, you even saw on the VT, Paddy's talking for him. Why you got a next man talking for you? Talk for yourself.
Somebody said here Fletcher looked uncomfortable when Paddy was hyping him up. Like I think that's just somebody says here Fletcher looked uncomfortable when Paddy was hyping him up.
He did. Like listen, the thing is just the whole experience for Nathan leading up to that fight was all new to him. All new to him. I've been there. I've done that. I've done all of that stuff. All VTs, lead up, build up to a fight. I've done that. He hasn't. So he's never experienced it. So That plays.
I
That
feel
plays
like
a
there was a
part. That
lot of
plays a
pressure
part.
on him as well, and like some of it
Of
came
course.
from other people talking about him. Some of it came from him having such a huge fan base there, and like you say, it being his first main event, being undefeated. Like I felt like a lot of the pressure was on him, but he'll be back. He will
Yeah,
have
for
his day.
sure.
I'm sure. It wasn't. It was your moment on this
Yeah,
particular night, and super chuffed you. I'm going to get to these comments that we've had through just in
yeah.
case
Go on.
anything happens to our connection.
All right.
Colin says, fantastic controlled performance, Dom. And it was just so patient and so
Appreciate that.
mature and just like, such the perfect game plan. Gold Diamond said, hello, Dom, great fight. Do you think UFC will come calling soon? It's got to be soon. I guess it's just a question of
Do
how
you know what?
soon.
Do you know? You know what it is in this game. You can lose so much so quick and gain so much so quick. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
2 fights. No, not even 2 fights. Before I signed to Cage Warriors, I was on a 2-loss trot. So
Yeah.
and look now, couple fights later, I'm Cage Warriors champ. Do you get what I'm saying? So you can lose
Yeah.
so much and gain so much so quick. So like
And
with
also the
me,
fact that the belt was Jack Cartwright's belt that got
yeah.
vacated. So that belt wasn't even available, you thought, like when you
Yeah,
were in your last
exactly.
fight.
So you see how things just shift so quickly in MMA. You never know. UFC can come calling with a contract. You never know. But obviously, in my mind, I'm just taking one step at a time, and I'm just looking to stay active. I'm not looking to get that. I wasn't looking to get that belt and just try wait out for UFC to come because really and truly, you're gonna get signed after at least like one defense. Do you get what I'm saying? So.
Yeah.
But to be honest, with a fighter like me that finishes fights, every fight that I've won that I finish, Dana White likes that stuff. Sean Shelby
He
likes that
does.
stuff. Mick Maynard loves that stuff. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, and it's not like the way I finish my fight, the way I finish my opponents, I do it in devastating fashion every time. There's not been a finish that I've done that just looks normal, if that makes sense. Every
Yeah.
finish,
Yeah, it does.
every finish I do is a prolific
Highlight
finish.
reel.
100%. Do you get what I'm saying? So you
Yeah.
never know. UFC can come calling. Obviously, I spoke to Graham after the fight. I said, "Listen, when's the next show?" He said, "December." I said, "I want to have my first defense." Then he said, "Yeah, you got it." So you never know.
Who do you
Obviously,
think the next defense should be against? Because I've been trying to work out who you could have, and it's difficult because a lot of the contenders are coming off losses, and some of the people who are coming off wins maybe need one more. Like Josh Reed had a great finish,
nah,
but he's
Josh Reed.
only
Yeah,
had one win.
Josh Reed hasn't even made weight. Do you get what I'm saying? What did he weigh in? He weighed in at
I
like
think it was his
138.
opponent was a last minute
What was that? What was that?
like
Catch weight
stepped
or
in.
what was
Yeah,
that?
I
A
think
catch
it
weight
was
or a?
because his opponent was last minute though. His opponent wanted a catch weight, or I could be wrong. I could be
I'm not
wrong.
100% sure. I can't remember, but I was thinking that they missed weight. Do you get what I'm saying? I was thinking both of them missed weight,
Yeah.
but I
Oh,
don't know,
maybe
man.
I'm
Josh
wrong.
Reed, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. To be honest, you get what I'm saying? Like, to be honest, any of them can get it. To be honest, like they'll all get the same treatment. Do you get what I'm saying? But I have a feeling they'll fly someone in for me. I think.
I think they will as well. Somebody actually messaged me earlier and said a rematch with Nathan. I think that's
Nah, there's no.
probably not.
Listen, I tell you this now. If Nathan got this rematch, yeah,
Yeah.
the fight it'll be around like the same scenario. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He'll get finished again. I feel like Nathan, he needs to probably have a tune-up fight or a couple tune-up fights. Obviously, get back in the gym and improve and whatnot, and work on his striking and just work on his efficiency within mixing it up between his striking and grappling. Do you get what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
even if I was to rematch him, he'll go the same way again. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
like, it doesn't matter if he takes me down or whatnot. Do you get what I'm saying? So because he knows himself, I can defend whatever he brings over to me. Do you get what I'm saying? So once that gets nullified, and once he sees that I'm defending everything he's doing, it's going to break him, and then same thing's just going to happen again. Do you get what I'm saying? So obviously, I rather have a new opponent. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah,
I think you could be right. I think they could sign someone just maybe what they like to do for people who are almost on their way is maybe a UFC vet or something.
Could be. Imagine that, fighting a UFC vet. I wouldn't mind knocking out a UFC vet.
Yeah. So
Do you know what I mean?
Nathaniel, I think, had to defend twice before he got his
Yeah,
call up, didn't he?
he defended twice. Yeah, he defended twice. But like I said, like the way I finish fights just looks completely different compared to how other people finish fights. So, like I said, when I finish fights, I do it in devastating fashion always. So,
Yeah.
like I said, I've said this even like before I signed to Cadros, like when I was about to sign with them, I said I'm I'm with Cadros for a good time, but not for a long time. I won't be there for a long time. Do you get what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
and obviously, as you can see, I'm on the right tracks to coming out of Cadros and hopefully going on to UFC. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I've already been on major organizations such as obviously Bellator, ACB, ACA now.
Yeah.
So now I want UFC now. So yeah.
Fair enough. Danny says, do you like going to other gyms for different experiences, or do you prefer to stay inside the same circle?
Yeah, I train like throughout the last couple of years. I've been going to different gyms. Like I've been going up in Birmingham, Renegade, Fearless, training with guys like Jake Hadley, obviously the Edwards brothers, and some of the other guys down there. Yeah, I don't mind going to different gyms, just taking different things and learning new things. You get what I'm saying? Like whereas before, like back in the day when I was with my previous gym, because we had such a good bunch at that time, in my head I felt like I didn't need to go anywhere, kind of thing. Do you get what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it's always good to like mix it up a bit within your training and go elsewhere to go and learn different things and bring it back to your gym. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah,
Definitely.
yeah,
And I do want to talk about your gym for a bit.
yeah,
The great GB Top team, obviously riding
yeah,
high, doing well,
yeah, yeah.
and you spoke then about teammates. Like you guys have got just the best bantamweight division. I talk about
Yeah.
you guys as being the English team alpha male. Just like there's so many of you, and I always forget someone when I say it, but obviously Nathaniel's there from the UFC, and he's been out for a bit because of his hand. But you've got you've got Wes, you've got Kingsley, you've got Chris Meyer, who I think is out of retirement and looking for a fight. Mike Ekindeo, who was supposed to be on Bellator. But unfortunately injured. I think I've lost him again.
I'm back in. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My connection's acting up today. This never freaking happens, man. It's definitely next gen.
The champ's Wi-Fi does what the hell it wants.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Sorry, I was just talking about like how thick the talent pool is at your
Yeah.
gym, and the fact that you've got Mike Ekindeo and just I can't remember who else I mentioned. Emra,
Got
I think
Wesley
I left
Meyer. We
out.
got obviously
Wes
Nathaniel
Meyer.
Woods. We got Lonnie Kavanagh. We got Mike
Chris
Gandeo.
Meyer's
We
coming
got.
out of retirement, is he? Chris Meyer?
Sorry.
Is Chris Meyer coming out of retirement? I think I saw he was looking for a
No,
fight.
I said Wesley. I said Wesley Meyer.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Wes as well.
as for Chris Meyer, I'm not too sure. I think I don't know. Like I see him on social media. He's always putting up posts. Whether like it seems like he's
Yeah.
coming back, and then seems like he tracks back and then wants to come back. So I don't know. But Chris Meyer's a good guy, and he was one good training partner I used to train with when he used to come down from Birmingham. Even sometimes when I got up to Birmingham,
Yeah.
I trained with him as well when he's in the gym. So Chris Meyer's a good guy.
Yeah. There's just a ton of you, and they say iron sharpens iron, and it
Yeah,
just
100%.
going back to that must be a good vibe, all of you riding high, and obviously your head coach Brad Pickett, just a legend of UK MMA, and obviously a
Don't forget Ashley Grimshaw as well. Ashley Grimshaw. Yeah.
Another thing I loved from your post-fight interview that you did with Lewis was the first thing you said was you just thanked all of your coaches and stuff. And it just, like it takes, once you're in there, it's only you that can control how the fight goes.
Yeah,
But
100%.
you massively acknowledged all the people who'd helped get you to that point.
Yeah, facts, biggest facts, biggest facts. Yeah, like you said, like all of this wouldn't have got done if it wasn't for all of them. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm just grateful and thankful for certain decisions I've made within the last year with how things were going for me. Do you get what I'm saying? Because obviously between 2019 and 2020 things weren't really going my way, and just I was kind of lost, and I just felt I was just questioning a lot of things within my career, and a pivotal moment for me was when I don't even call him my friend. I call him my brother, Nathan Grayson. He's always been there since the beginning. He's been there since the beginning. He's always supported me as a young fighter coming up, and obviously now he's not fighting. He's just there supporting me now, and I remember I was going through that period, and he was just like to me, "Listen, like you've got to move on you got to move on to a better gym and better yourself as a fighter, because if you're going to just stagnate and just stay in one spot, you're not going to do anything." And what did it for me was when he said to me, I remember because this was after my last Bellator fight. So going into that Bellator fight, I knew if I lost, I was getting cut. So
Yeah.
obviously I lost that fight. And then I remember on WhatsApp, he was messaging me. He was just like, "What are you gonna do?" He's like, "Message Brad. You need to go up to GB Top Team." And at the time, I was just like, "Nah, I don't want to do that. I want to stay at my gym and stay loyal to my coaches." But what I did was the correct thing. Do you get what I'm saying? And obviously, you're seeing the results of that now. And like when he was just telling me on WhatsApp, he was just like, "You need to go to GB Top Team. Are you going?" And I just said to him, "I don't know. I need time to think." And then then after he just asked me because he said to me, "Do you want to work in Tesco's?" When he said that to me, I was pissed off. When he said that, I didn't even respond to him. I didn't even respond to him. But when he said that to me, that pissed me off. And I had a deep conversation with myself, and obviously spoke with my family, my missus, and just close ones to me about what I should do for my next step. And then obviously having deep conversation with myself, and I just told myself, "Listen, Dom, if you really want to do this, and if you really want to go far in this game, you gotta shift a few things within your training and things that you're doing outside of training." Do you get what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
literally just turned that corner. So as soon as I joined GB Top Team, Brad, Ash, and all the others, I literally just turned that corner. I had to put my ego and pride aside, because obviously we was all at Titan, and obviously there was some friction in the gym at the time and stuff, and there was a lot of history between me and Brad, me and Ash, and certain others and whatnot. And obviously, I just had to put my pride aside and my ego aside and be like, I just had to humble myself and just move over. And doing that, I'm just very thankful to myself, and obviously thankful to my close ones. I'm thankful to Nathan Grayson in helping me make that decision. Also, as well, another guy that you wouldn't even think that helped me make the decision, or Jake Hadley. He's a very close friend of mine now. Ever since I've been going to Birmingham, so we always have deep conversations and whatnot. And he was saying the same things that Nathan Grayson was saying. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm just very thankful for all of those people helping me make that decision in order for me to just turn that corner and just thrive. Do you get what I'm saying? And now look, you've seen the results, and now I'm K-Draw's bantamweight world champ, and obviously look, I'm looking to continue working hard and just keep my head down and just remain focused, and just stay on the course. You get what I'm saying? So like obviously I've got the belt now, but to me, really and truly, I don't feel like I've got a belt. I feel like I'm on the verge towards fighting for the belt. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's
So
good. That's
the
good.
hard work, yeah, exactly. The hard work still is still because this is where the hard work starts now. Because this chapter now in my career is where it's going to lead me into the big show, which is obviously the
Yeah.
UFC now. So, and obviously, when I do get signed by the UFC, I'm not looking to just stay there. I'm not looking to just get signed and then get spat back out. I'm looking to
Yeah.
stay there till the end of my career. Do you get what I'm saying? So things have to get done properly and accordingly now. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's not a joke. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah.
And we all know how hard that is to stay in the UFC these days.
Yeah,
Like,
so a lot
there's
easier to
never
get
been
in
any.
than staying in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
100%,
yeah.
100%.
Like look for example, like one fighter for yourself, Reece McKee,
Oh,
prime example. He got in and got spat back out within the same year. Do you get what I'm saying? He's a good fighter. I like Reece McKee a lot. Do you get what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's just very cutthroat. This
It
business and
was
just this
savage
game is just
matchmaking, and then
yeah. It
savage,
is. It
like
is.
it
It
was
is. It is.
brutal to cut him
It is. It
to
is.
set him
It
up
is.
with those two.
It is. It is. It is. It
Yeah,
is. And the thing is, I like Reece McKee as a fighter. It's
I
just
love him.
obviously just the matchmaking they were giving him was just terrible, man. Do you get what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
they even done that to a few others that I know that's
But
been in
even
the UFC.
Jai Herbert, I haven't enjoyed his matchup
Yeah,
so far. I
likewise,
just
Jai
don't think
Herbert. They did the same thing to Jason Young at the time when he got signed to UFC. His first fight was Dustin Poirier.
yeah,
He was coming off a high streak coming off of WEC when WEC merged with UFC. Do you
yeah,
get what I'm saying? So it's just like obviously when I do get signed by the UFC, I wanna be able to stay there till the end of my career. Do you get what I'm saying? Because obviously
yeah,
this game doesn't pay like boxing. Like obviously I'm trying to get in there and obviously stay there as long as I can and just rack up as much money as I can. So when I'm retired after fighting, I'm okay. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah.
that's why I think it doesn't hurt to have like a couple more fights or at least one more fight in Cage Warriors. You've already got a lot of experience as well. Like you had a really good long amateur career as
Mm,
well, which a lot of people don't. Like they maybe have one or two fight or none and go into their pro career. Like you've been
mm.
fighting a long time. Like when I was looking at you versus Nathan Fletcher, like you started fighting. I can't remember what it was, but like
Next year,
years and
next year's
years
yeah,
before
next
him.
year's gonna be 10 years.
10 years, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So like I feel like that will stand you in good stead. And I feel like it's actually better to have a loss along or two or whatever along the way in your pro career before you go to the UFC and suddenly you have that moment in there in your first fight. Like I feel like just as many different experiences as you can get before you're actually in that show. Like you said, you want to be there for the long haul.
yeah, 100%, 100%. Even like you talking about losses as well. It's like my last two losses were the best things that happened to me. That's what made me make this shift, and
Yeah.
that's what made me get in this position right now. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah. I saw you at
yeah,
ACB after your split decision loss to
I still think I won that fight. To
Dean.
be honest,
I still think you won that fight
yeah,
as well. But again, it's just another,
yeah,
like, you were so annoyed afterwards, but you were kind of using it like, I'll never put myself in that position where they've got a
yeah.
choice but to not give me the decision. Like next time, I'm going to make sure that they know that I won the fight. You know, just all things like that, I think, fuel you. I'm hoping you can still hear me. Oh, God. Guys, I'm sorry. I think that we've covered most things that I wanted to talk about.
Do you know what that was? Listen, do you know what that was this time round? Someone
What?
just someone just phoned me. I literally got my phone on don't disturb, and I don't know how calls are still coming through.
Oh. I'm gonna wrap it up anyway because I've had you on for such a long time.
I
People are
can't even hear
laughing
you.
at
You're
the
going
clip.
slow mo.
No. I just quickly before we went, I just wanted to ask you about the new facility that's coming soon, the GB Top
Kate, I
Team
can't hear you.
Gym.
You're going slow mo. Your voice is going slow mo.
Okay, maybe we'll end it here then, and I will just say, Dom, it's been
I
such a
can't even hear
pleasure.
her.
You said asking about the new facilities at the new GB Top Team.
All right. Wait, let me refresh it. Let me refresh it because I can't hear her too well.
Thank you to Dom's lovely girlfriend Misha for translating and for hey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you
I
fine.
can't
How
hear
about
you.
then?
Your voice is going in slow mo.
Oh no.
Her voice
Maybe
is
we
going
should
in
just
slow-mo.
wrap it up then, and I will say, Dom, massive congratulations on becoming
Katie, I
the Cage
cannot hear
Warriors
you. You're literally,
bantamweight
your voice is
champion.
going in slow-mo. You sound like a monster right now.
Well, I was just going to wrap it up and say thank you. Thank you so much for everything, Dom. It's been a pleasure. It's been a little
cannot
bit
hear what she's
stressful,
saying.
but it's been a pleasure.
All right, all right. I can hear you now. I can hear you off of my missus's iPhone.
Thank you
Yeah, I
very much,
appreciate that.
Tamisha, for
Appreciate
the
that so much.
translation. I'll speak to you really soon. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on, and I can't wait to see your first title defense, probably your only title defense, if we're honest,
It's
in
literally going
December.
in slow. I leave it. Let me see. Let me see.
Oh, guys. I think it's probably best to just leave it there.
Can you hear me, Kate?
I can hear you. Yeah, I think it's me that's the problem for you. It's probably best to just leave it there.
Can you hear me, Kate?
I can hear you. Yeah, I think it's me that's the problem for you.
Yeah, I think it is you. Yeah, you might as well wrap it up here then, because I can hear you off the iPad.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dom. I'll catch you again soon, I hope.
Yeah, I think it is you. Yeah, you might as well wrap it up.